sport is rooted in competition. It is also entertainment, but its base function is competition. I've been watching sports since 1980-ish. The NBA, the NFL, and MLB. And I noticed a shift in rules in these leagues, in each one of these leagues, but specifically the NBA. In the early 2000s, mid 2000s is where I started to see the largest shift in player friendly or entertainment friendly rules in the NBA, in order to make it more palatable for the consumer, for the casual fan. They've removed some of the competitiveness out of the game so that the games are high scoring, so there's more action, and it has done its job of drawing in considerably more fans. It has become the NBA basketball feels like it's overtaking soccer as the world sport, which was, I believe, the NBA's goal from the outset. But I remember when Allen Iverson came into the league, he was getting called for carrying a lot, and he was getting called for traveling a lot. And they actually changed rules to make the game harder on Allen Iverson. And I noticed in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, that players were starting to carry the ball. They were starting to double dribble and travel. And recently, I became aware that the rules outlining what an assist are, for instance, it used to be you get one dribble and shoot, one dribble and dunk. And if you made that basket, the person that passed you the ball was credited with an assist. And nowadays, I saw a game last year where LeBron passed the ball to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis took 3 steps to the basket and dunked. And that was considered an assist. And I was confused by that. I hadn't known that to that point. So it's something that feels a little strange to me. It feels like the competition is no longer valued in the NBA. It feels like the player empowerment movement was devised in order to make the NBA a more marketable league and to give the NBA a leg up on other sports in the race of superpowers of sports. So in this league, I remember some of the specific things I remember that really confused me and made me want to stop watching basketball. And I really have stopped watching basketball like I used to. But one of the things that I noticed was when James Harden would come up the court and he would dribble the air out of the ball, and with 4 or 5 seconds left on the shot clock, he would take a double step backwards and shoot a jumper. And in watching sports for 20 years, 25 years, that would have been considered a travel. And then I watch most players that bring the ball up court carry the ball. They turn their hand over and then put the ball down. And then when they get the ball again, they bring their hand up, turn the ball over, and put the ball down. That was considered a carry when I was playing basketball as a kid and when I was watching basketball as a kid. And the other thing is, I think that the player empowerment where super players on supermax contracts were given the ability to work together and kind of join forces in order to try to win championships. I think that the NBA promoted that because it drew casual fans to the game. Because casual fans buy jerseys too. And casual fans do come to the games once or twice a year, probably, maybe. But there has been a significant decrease in competition in the NBA specifically for the sake of being able to market the game and to advertise the game and to get casual people engaged in the game. So the level of competition since the 2000s has really softened up quite a bit, which is why LeBron will never be the GOAT. He never had to deal with hand checking. He would not have been able to just Derrick Henry his way to the rim with the ball like he does these days. And I think it's needs to swing back in the other direction. There needs to be actual competition in basketball. Because what are we teaching kids these days? That entertainment is more important than integrity? It seems it's fake. It seems put on. It's a show now. It's not a sport.